In 1974, a single mother living in Culver City, California, made a chilling claim. She was being attacked in her home by something invisible, violent, inhuman. What followed became one of the most bizarre and disturbing paranormal cases ever documented. A case so controversial, it inspired a Hollywood film, but also cast long shadows over the world of parapsychology. In 1974, Doris Bither, a woman in her 30s, moved into a small, unassuming house at 11547 Braddock Drive with her 4 children, 1 daughter and 3 sons. Life hadn't been kind to Doris. She was a survivor of childhood abuse, had a history of substance abuse, and had frequent domestic troubles. The home was old, run down, but cheap, and Doris needed a fresh start. But what happened in that house would be anything but a new beginning. Not long after moving in, Doris began reporting terrifying events. It started with feelings of being watched. Doors would slam on their own, cold spots lingered in rooms with no airflow, lights flickered, typical haunted house fare. But then it escalated. According to Doris, she was attacked, physically, violently. She described being pushed, slapped, and most chillingly, it even went further. She claimed that 3 entities were involved, 2 smaller presences holding her down, while a larger, stronger one attacked her. She bore bruises, scratches, and her children claimed they witnessed these attacks take place. Enter Dr. Barry Taff and Dr. Kerry Gaynor, parapsychologists from UCLA. The two had been conducting a lecture at a bookstore when Doris approached them, desperate for help. Initially skeptical, they agreed to investigate. What they found was shocking. Doris was erratic, clearly under emotional distress, but there was something else. The house felt heavy, oppressive. The walls were covered in mould, electrical issues were constant, and Doris was not the only one experiencing activity. Her teenage sons reported seeing glowing orbs, shadow figures, and even being shoved or scratched. During one session, Dr. Taff and his team brought cameras, infrared film, and measuring equipment. The goal? Catch anything on tape. And astonishingly, they did. In one photo, a strange arc of light can be seen hovering over Doris. In others, luminous greenish fogs appear without any obvious source. And it wasn't just visual. Multiple team members reported being touched, experienced headaches, or nausea whilst inside the house. Dr. Taff would later go on to describe the house as a psychic black hole. Despite the shocking claims and eerie photographs, skeptics were quick to weigh in. Some believed Doris was experiencing sleep paralysis combined with psychological trauma. Others pointed to a history of substance abuse, suggesting hallucinations. But how do you explain the bruises, the light anomalies, the corroborating witnesses? Some skeptics proposed poltergeist activity, not external ghosts, but psychic manifestations from Doris herself, fueled by intense emotion and trauma. A few even accused the investigators of photographic manipulation or confirmation bias. Perhaps the most compelling testimonies came from Doris's children. Her eldest son, Brian Harris, later gave interviews describing what he saw. He claimed to have watched unseen forces attack his mother. He had seen lights flying through the air and even felt icy cold hands touch his body. He was only 13. The children often huddled together at night, terrified. The haunting, they said, never truly stopped. It just followed them wherever they went. Eventually, Doris Bither moved out, but the damage, both emotional and psychological, was done. She lived a difficult life, often moving, plagued by instability. She passed away in 1999. Dr. Barry Taff to this day maintains that what he witnessed was real and remains one of the most disturbing cases he ever investigated. The current occupants, however, haven't reported any activity. Whatever haunted the house, it seemed to be gone, or lying dormant. This case became so well known that in 1982, the story was adapted into a horror film titled The Entity, starring Barbara Hershey. The movie took liberties, of course, amplifying the supernatural for Hollywood effect, but the core horror remained. The story of a woman violated by something she could neither see nor fight. For some, it was fiction. For Doris Bither, it was her life. Whether you believe Doris's story or not, one thing is undeniable. Something happened in that house. Something unexplained. Something terrifying. A woman isolated and vulnerable reached out for help, and what she claims still chills us decades later. Was it a haunting? A manifestation of trauma? A rare psychokinetic event? Or something else entirely? Whatever the truth may be, the case of Doris Bither remains one of the most disturbing paranormal stories ever recorded, and it also reminds us, some houses don't need ghosts to be haunted.